Greetings, parents and students, to the Mountain Lion community at UCCS. UCCS is located in Colorado Springs, Colorado, in the heart of Colorado Springs, better known as Olympic City, USA. Today, we will be going over the Gateway Program Seminar, better known as GPS. A quick program overview. GPS is designed as an academic program to help first-year students successfully adjust to university life. The transition from high school to college can be scary, but GPS is here to help your student adjust to university life and gain knowledge as well as gain roots to the school itself. The program has 4 key components. There are personal skills, academic skills, social competencies, and technology competencies. These 4 are utilized in the classroom to help your student gain knowledge throughout their time through the program. There are 7 program learning outcomes that your student will utilize throughout their time here. The first is describe why university education is important in the pursuit of personal and professional goals. The second is act as a responsible, ethical college student through the use of intellectual curiosity, creativity, critical thinking, analytical reading, and listening skills. The third, act as a civil and responsible university citizen through the development of necessary civic, ethical, and social competencies. Additional program learning outcomes include the development of self-advocacy skills to access personal, academic, professional, and information technology support at UCCS. Additional skills include the ability to analyze, apply, integrate knowledge and skills as they relate to the disciplinary focus of the GPS section, and to communicate effectively through writing to receive, comprehend, and convey information. Finally, your student will be able to communicate effectively through a prepared, purposeful, and individual or group presentation. No matter which GPS class your child chooses, the GPS course requirements will remain the same. A core curriculum via Navigate textbook will be shared to your student, as well as a shared syllabus module for all GPS courses. Your child will also get an introduction to the Smart Move training and convocation during their Gateway days. A written or oral capstone communication assignment with developmental supports and a minimum of 2 co-curricular shared learning experiences into the course curriculum referred to as Campus Connections will also be provided throughout their students' time in the GPS program class. Also part of the GPS course requirements is 1 curricular or co-curricular opportunity for collaboration with academic advising. There will also be a service learning project with the emphasis on academic and personal responsibility, including the civic, ethical, and social competencies that are required of a university student. There will also be a minimum of 1 opportunity for collaboration to support students via conference, office hours, or peer leader support. GPS programming core curriculum. As aforementioned, all GPS courses will use the same high-impact practices curriculum model via the GPS Navigate textbook. Students can log in through VitalSource's main menu with their UCCS credentials and access the digital copy of their text. If a student has opted out of the TAP program, students must purchase their own textbook via the UCCS bookstore marketplace. Access to this textbook will be found directly on your GPS Canvas course site using that TAP program. Faculty will provide instructions on how to access this. I'm sure you may be wondering what students can expect. Students can expect to engage in co-curricular activities and learn new skills every week and how to apply them. We will also establish connections all across campus by exploring the campus with your GPS course. This will help to foster a greater sense of belonging and community. Students will also build skills to last a lifetime. They will grow and expand their development and competencies both academically, personal, social, and in technology. The best way to gain insight from students like you is to hear from students like you. College can be an intimidating transition, but programs like the Gateway Program Seminar are here to help ease the journey. From testimonials like Grace, Katie, and Hannah, They highlight the invaluable support and resources that GPS provides, from essential academic skills to fostering community connections. GPS prepares students for success both academically and personally. Through essential learning, collaboration, and emphasis on civic discourse and leadership, GPS provides and builds strong support networks for students to help them find their place within the university community. With its focus on real-world applications and personal growth, GPS enriches the college experience, making the daunting transition to university feel seamless. GPS is dedicated to assisting your student in any way possible. We have a reduced faculty to student ratio for increased student engagement. For in-person courses, this is a 15 student to 1 teacher ratio, and for online courses, this is a 20 student to 1 teacher ratio. There's also a core textbook and shared syllabus module available for all GPS courses. This ensures all courses will receive the same educational experience for the learning outcomes 1 through 7. Additionally, there's the exploration of disciplinary or interdisciplinary topics. This includes the Smart Move training and the convocation for learning outcomes 1, 2, and 4. The capstone assignment with developmental assistance also will be a part of learning outcomes 5, 6, and 7. These are just a few ways that GPS will assist your student. GPS will also assist your student by allowing them multiple opportunities for collaboration for student support, be it conferences, office hours, or peer leader support. This helps them with their learning outcomes 1 and 4. For learning outcomes 2 and 3, this would be a service learning project for the students. This is a co-curricular experience that explores civic discourse, ethics, leadership, and volunteerism. As a peer leader, last semester, my class and I did trail work all across the UCCS campus. The students then painted rocks and left them all across campus along the trails. This allows the students to create their own mark across the UCCS campus. This also optimized the faculty and student collaboration engagement and increased the students' sense of belonging. GPS will also assist your student with the Campus Connection activities. There will be a minimum of 2 Campus Connection activities in every GPS section, meaning that your student will get the opportunity to explore campus with their class and make even more connections, whether this be trips to the Excel centers on campus to make them feel more comfortable knowing the staff beforehand and where they are located, or to the Rec and Wellness Center to join in on the ping pong tournaments, or even to the Student and Family Services to help those students who may feel a little bit homesick during this new transition. There will also be a co-curricular opportunity for collaboration with the academic advising offices. This will help prepare students for personal, academic, technological, and professional success under the learning outcomes 1 and 4. I'm sure you may be wondering what a peer leader is. A peer leader is a student mentor that works inside and outside of the GPS classroom. Peer leaders are not responsible for grading, but we do help with so much more that goes on in the program. Becoming a GPS leader has truly been one of the most rewarding and highlights of my college experience. Being a part of the GPS program and working closely with the students has been incredibly rewarding. Witnessing the growth and seeing them break out of their shells each week has been nothing short of amazing. As a peer leader, my role goes beyond just coordinating and collaborating with the instructors. It is about making a genuine impact on the lives of future students. College can invoke a range of emotions, from excitement to fear and stress, but having a supportive peer leader and GPS program by your side, we can make all of the difference. Together, we strive to ensure that every student's transition and new beginning are unforgettable, equipping them with skills that will last a lifetime. One of my favorite GPS highlights is the service learning projects. Students will act as civil and responsible university citizens through the development of necessary civic, ethical, and social competencies. There are over 30 nonprofit and local organizations, and there will be a 3-hour service learning experience that is incorporated into the class. Last semester, my class and we did trail work all across campus. We then allowed the students to paint a rock and leave it amongst the trail. leaving their mark on the university campus. GPS also highlights making those campus connections. During orientation week, where there will be Gateway Days, there will be College Fest. There will also be the first year job frenzy, where last year over 300 jobs were filled just by first years. This is an opportunity where freshmen will be able to get a job on campus and not have to compete against any upperclassmen. There will also be the opportunity for career exploration and meetings with academic advising. This is not the only time students will be getting the opportunity to explore campus, but GPS allows and designed this program to show students what campus has to offer, ranging from clubs and activities and where to find them, to where the tutoring centers are on campus and how to utilize them. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, what are Gateway Days and who attends? All first year students are welcome to participate in Gateway Days activities and events. Co-curricular activities are to optimize faculty and student collaboration, engagement, and a sense of belonging. And parking's free! Are you a transfer student or a veteran? If you're a veteran or military of ranking E5 or higher, or a non-traditional student, the GPS 3010 course may be for you. This course eases your transition into college and supports your success in academics, career readiness with diverse perspectives on higher education at UCCS. Or if you're a transfer student with more than 30 credit hours, you may be exempt from taking GPS altogether. If this applies to you, click the link below. Gateway Days will start that Wednesday right before the rest of your classes. This will be an opportunity to meet and greet the GPS faculty in Burger Hall, as well as to engage in peer leader-led activities through a campus tour. This is also your time to be a part of your class photo in Burger Hall and attend the welcome parade up on the upper spine. Later that evening, there will be a class dinner with your peers and GPS faculty at Roaring Fork, and there will be RecFest, where you will walk down with your GPS class and faculty to the Gallagly Rec and Wellness Center. Gateway Days will continue until Thursday. Before your class begins, please see your Canvas fall schedule for your room location. Convocation will begin, and this is your welcome to UCCS live from the classroom. Throughout the day, you will have time for classroom activities and events, including the First Year Frenzy for Employment. This is an opportunity for first years to get a job on campus. Last year, over 500 jobs were filled all across campus just by first year students. Lunch will also be served either on El Palmar or the large turf, depending on your room location. There will also be College Fest, which will be north of Columbine Hall on the lower spine. Gateway Days will conclude on Friday. Again, please see your room list for location or check your student portal. Chalk the Walk will happen on the West Lawn. Classroom time and class events will be directed per your instructors. El Palmar and the Lodge Turf will be serving lunch. Community Fest will be located north of Columbine Hall on the lower spine, and the campus scavenger hunt will be located on the West Lawn. All students in a GPS course with a Gateway Days requirement must attend. Gateway Days programming counts for 16 hours of class time, which is the equivalent of 4 weeks of learning. This equals out to 1 credit hour. Now, I'm sure you may be wondering what to bring for a full 8 to 5 learning day. For Gateway Days, please dress appropriately. Wear comfortable shoes and clothing for walking and playing games. Bring a water bottle and snacks. Lunch, snacks, and beverages will be provided for all students throughout Gateway Days, but it's always good to bring your own as well. Laptops, notebooks, pens, and all others that you may need to be successful in the classroom are also encouraged. Again, Gateway Days programming counts for 16 hours worth of class time, which is the equivalent of 1 credit hour. So it's important to be successful during your time here. What else should you bring? Your orientation welcome leader will have you sign your student waivers during your orientation appointment. If your student is going to be under the age of 18 by August 21st, a parent or guardian must sign these forms along with the student. If a student is to miss any of the Gateway Days, they will be required to take either an online course or a late start section. This is because Gateway Days counts as 16 hours of instructional time. This is the equivalent of 1 credit hour or 4 weeks of learning. This allows for the GPS class to end early in that November date instead of the usual time in December. By not attending Gateway Days, you will be missing content and the necessary contact hours required to be successful in the course. Now, I'm sure you may be wondering, how do I choose my GPS course? That's one of the most beautiful things about GPS, is that there's so many options. Your first two options will be, do you want online or in person? If you choose online, there's two options from here. You have a full term option, which will mean that your classes will begin August 26th and end December 21st. If you choose a session B or a late start course, this class will start October 23rd and will end December 21st. If you choose in person, there's even more options with this one. There's a preterm option or a session A that will begin 1 week before classes. This will start August 19th and end August 23rd. This will be an 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. course, so if you are a student who is moving onto campus, please check with your move-in dates. If you choose a full-term option, this class will start August 22nd and end November 10th. If you choose that late start option or that session B course, again this course will begin October 23rd and will end December 21st. If you choose a learning community or a residential learning community, restrictions do apply. It doesn't matter which GPS course you pick because they will all provide the same general experience. This is because 80% of each GPS course is based off of the same core curriculum from that Navigate textbook, as well as that program objectives and their requirements. The remaining 20% consist of a theme or specific discipline, such as Muggle Studies if you're interested in Harry Potter, or GPS Pathways in Healthcare Sciences. These are just a few options. In the Club Med program, you can learn about pursuing an exciting and rewarding career in the healthcare system, such as nursing or physical therapy and athletic training, all options provided at UCCS. The variety of opportunities and avenues we'll be able to explore in the healthcare system will be emphasized. This course will help you and guide that student to their postgraduate studies in the challenging and competitive service-driven healthcare field. Again, these are just a few options that GPS can provide your student. Now, learning communities and residential learning communities share so many similarities. Again, this is because 80% of each GPS course is based off of the same core curriculum. In learning communities, students will be able to build community through shared learning and co-curricular experiences. They will connect with their peers, faculty, and campus resources and enhance career readiness and access to campus services. They will foster support networks and cross-disciplinary connections while engaging in civil discourse and leadership development. For residential learning communities, students will be able to connect with their peers and live together on campus. They will build a community and a purpose. They will also engage in those core curricular experiences, access support networks and campus resources, and foster those cross-disciplinary connections while developing deeper leadership through skills collaboration. So again, if you're wondering how to choose your GPS course, it's really up to you. Students may choose based off of their own personal interests. Students are not required to make a decision for their GPS course based off of their major. All GPS courses will provide students with the same general experience. Again, this is because 80% of each GPS course is based off of the same core curriculum from the Navigate textbook and program objectives and requirements. For the full list of courses, please see the link below. Frequently asked questions for the GPS program. A frequently asked question we get is, what is a preterm class? Preterm classes begin and end one full week before the fall term. For the GPS program, this will be starting August 19th and ending August 23rd. Their class time will be from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And if you are a residential student and moving onto campus for the first time, please check with your move-in dates for scheduling. FAQs for students wondering, how do I select the right GPS course for me? Or I didn't get into the GPS course I wanted. What do I do now? All GPS courses will provide students with the same general experience. Students are not required to select a GPS course based off of their major. They may choose based off of their own personal interests. If you still have an FAQ about residential learning communities or learning communities and what makes them different from regular GPS courses, this one's for you. Both students will be provided with additional academic support both in and outside of the GPS classroom. Students will engage in additional core curricular experiences inside and outside of their GPS classroom. However, for residential learning communities, this is for on-campus students only. For example, nursing students who choose to live with all nursing students and want to take the same GPS class and live in a community on campus together. For learning communities, this is for all students. What makes them the same is that you can still choose a different option. You can still choose that full term class or that session A or session B class, etc. If you're an on-campus student, you can still choose that full term class. If you're a learning community student who is not living on campus, or if you're a commuter student like I was my first year, you can still choose that full term class or that session A or that session B. There's so many options with GPS, and that's what makes it so wonderful. Now, I'm sure you may be wondering, well, what now? Visit the GPS website using the link below or use this QR code. See the class schedule, gateway days, and the fall semester classes locations will be different. Thank you and welcome to the Mountain Lion community. We're so happy to have you here.